Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisher Blog number 134, and as I'm putting this together on New Year's Eve, I guess it's the last video of the year that I'll be putting together, and as you guys are watching this, is the first video of the new year. So Happy New Year. Hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday and got really rested as we, head back to work. So I thought these guys had nibbled on their fry, but no, they were just very good at sequestering them somewhere where they couldn't be found easily, because they didn't want to root around too much. But as you can see, the kribensis fry are happy and feeding well and growing nicely, so it's actually kind of a nice surprise, so I'm very happy about that. Parents are doing a good job. The surprising thing when I had thought they had eaten their fry was that. I mean, I've never had kribensis eat their fry before, especially when they're not having any competition from other kribensis or anything else in the aquarium to make it, a bit difficult for them to do so. But, well, anyway, they're doing well, and I'm very happy about that because I'll be saving these fry. So I'm going to show you this tank and the one to the left because I want to do a bit of an update on this little experiment. This is the one I had set up, comparing maintenance and general viability between having an underground filter go up to a high humidity, and in this case here on this side, a box filter going up to a high humidity filter, and seeing if there is any difference between maintenance, chemistry of the water, growth of fish, all that sort of stuff. I'm getting a little bit of a difference, but it's not with the fish. The fish are perfectly fine in both tanks. They grow well, they eat well. As you can see, they're quite active. There's no death. The platies on the other side are breeding, even though they're a little young for that yet. And again, they're all very happy and healthy. The difference is actually with the plants. The box filter seems to be doing a little bit better in that department. So this is the back end. This is where I don't really show this side of the rack very much. These are the plants in, as you can see, the underground filter section. This part is the back end, so it's not as green as the front end, but it is doing reasonably well. This is the box filter, of course, and the pearl weed and the Java fern are healthier, even on the back side. And the thing I've noticed most, and this is when, I remember a few weeks ago I had pruned these this entire row. I pruned all the tanks and had cut them back considerably, and this one is growing back faster. Now, that is what it is. I'm not going to put any judgments on it just yet. As far as maintenance goes, no difference whatsoever. Haven't cleaned either filter, and they're all, again, doing really, really well. Just a slight difference in plant growth, and that's pretty much it. It could be attributed, of course, to a number of other factors, so I'm going to let that run longer, and we'll see long term if there's actually any real difference. Here's the pond. I kind of like the look of this, which is bad because it really does need to be pruned back drastically, and all the extra plants need to be dealt with. Now, in the far right, you'll see that is it's basically a terracotta pot that I've turned into a filter, and the lily's doing really nicely in there. But I need to move it over to this side, where this lily had not done well at all. Of course, it died back completely, and I want to pull that pot out, have a look at it, see if there's anything actually going on in there that could have caused it. But for the most part, I just want to get it out of there, make some room, of course, and put that pot over here. And then also need to get a fair amount of these terrestrial or immersed plants out. Make some room that way. Make some more room for the Anubias that's in there. And of course, there's a whole pile of cryptic green in there that I need to pot up and put in the other rack. And again, just in general, make a whole pile of more room. The other thing I want to do in this area here is I want to get this lemon geranium out of this pot and over into this section of the pond where it's going to have some form of bracketed pot that's going to sit in that's automatically watered. Not to the point where it is immersed or anything. I just want it to be watered so that I don't forget to water it and it does better. And also I want that system to be set up so that I can put a number of other terrestrial plants in there, and I don't have to worry about water spillage or, most importantly from my point of view, forgetting to be watered at all. So that way they do better. These are the adult zebradanias, the parents for the fry that you saw just earlier here, and I really like how these guys are aging. They're a lovely fish. I do want to breed them again. I've said that a number of times, and they are extremely easy to breed, so I'm going to get to that shortly in the new year, and I want to get some more fry because they are, like I said, just a lovely fish. This is doing better, believe it or not, with the box filter in here. The fish are not necessarily more active or anything, but it seems to be a bit better. I mean, that is a considerable amount of filter capacity in that. And without that, it's a lot quieter. There's not much in the way of turnover from this rain drip system from the underground filter that goes down the back of the tank. But anyway, like I said, the plants are all doing really well, as you can see, and the fish are doing well. It's just something slightly different about having that box filter in there as well. And like I said, the fish are a little bit more active. Maybe anyway, it just seems to be something slightly different about it that I've noticed, and it's really, as you can tell, difficult to put into words. The boiler eye fry here are no longer fry, obviously. The males are beginning to color up. I really do need to get them into something where I can get a male, 2 or 3 females, and get them breeding again. Just to spread these guys out. They're a little cramped in here, even though it is 20 gallons of water. It does need to be a bit more spaced out. And I want to show you these pond plants again, simply because it really needs to be pruned. So I want to show it to you one more time before I did that. They bounced back really well once they came out of the outdoor tub. The outdoor tub obviously was really hard on the hornwort, but everything else seems to be doing really quite well. These fish weren't in there. They were in something else that I pulled out for the moment and are going to go to a client's tank relatively early in the new year. These guppies aren't anything special. There's a couple of them that are kind of like, but some of them, like I said, didn't do as well in the pond as you'd think. But again, it's really difficult. I'm considerably far north than most of you guys, and the season's really, really short, and there's a lot of fluctuation in temperature, from really quite hot to quite cold at night sometimes, and it's very difficult to predict and keep stable enough, and they do much better inside. That's the reason, of course, why I made the indoor pond. I had a look in here. I was looking to see if there was more shrimplets. Well, that's one of the last ones there. I lifted up all the Java moss and I had a look underneath. I can find the adults, but I haven't found any more shrimplets, so they'll get around to it. I'm not terribly concerned. They're doing well, so that's all that really matters. I'm going to end this video on 2 kinds of dilemmas for me. I have a client who needs a couple of goldfish. I don't take care of the aquarium. I take care of their office aquarium, and they have a home aquarium, which every now and then I supply them with fish. Somehow they managed to kill all the goldfish that was in their daughter's tank, and they need more. I'm either going to give them some of these, which I'm kind of getting attached to, so I don't really want to, or I'm going to have to get some from a pet store and get them all set up. The other thing I want to think about, and I might, you guys give me some input on, is I like having this spot open so I can work on these cultures. And with the desktop that I was thinking of putting here, it's kind of hard to do. Let me know what you think about that, or should I find a new spot for this? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think about everything, of course, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.